Hello everyone, how are you? Okay, so we are live at the moment, and let's wait for some time for the people to come in and join on this in this session. So at the moment we are live on the YouTube, and we are live on the Facebook as well, and on our website as well. So probably we will having a three platforms where we are live at the moment. So let's wait for some people to come in and join us on this session. So probably the session will last for like 30 minutes, and in this session we're going to talk about the job prospects of the pharmacists in Australia, and of course I'll talk about the CAPS tips and tricks, which is of course my specialty in that. So probably I'll discuss those things, and especially I have organized this session just to answer all the queries which you guys have got. So probably I'll be getting a lot of questions every day. So probably this is the time to ask those questions, and if you can just ask the questions, this will be an open discussion for all of you guys who want to pursue their career as a pharmacist in Australia. So let's begin with initial journey of the pharmacist here. How you can just start thinking of becoming an Australian pharmacist. What are the basic initial steps to start with, so that you can register yourself as a pharmacist. So let's say you are an overseas pharmacist, and you are thinking of moving to Australia. So what are the first steps in this regard? First step is to you have to go to the Australian Pharmacy Council website, and it's called www.pharmacycouncil.org.au website, and on that website you have to apply for the eligibility assessment. And after you apply for the eligibility assessment, you will be getting the response right after 2 months. Once you get that eligibility assessment, then only you will be able to sit in the CAPS exam, and then that's another journey to how you prepare for the CAPS exam. I will discuss about that in a bit. But once you pass your CAPS exam and everything, then you have to start looking for the visa options. What visa options have you got? One possibility is to look for the employer sponsorship, and second option you should go for the direct PR kind of thing. Like if you got any skilled regional areas visas, that's another possibility of landing into Australia as a pharmacist. So this is a whole journey starting from the eligibility assessment, then the CAPS exam, and at last, like you will be able to, sort out any kind of visas to land in Australia and start working as a pharmacist. So basically, let's talk about the eligibility assessment. What are the basic documents you need to apply? To apply for the eligibility assessment. So once you apply that, then of course you will be able to sit in the CAPS exams. I have got one message that voice is not clear. So let me have a look here. Okay, let me open chat so that I can see the chat here. Okay. It's the live session, so you can expect anything here. Hi everyone. So okay, just start sending the messages. I'm got message first. Like this is a voice problem. So if anyone who's listening can send the message if you are listening right, it's a good quality voice you're getting. So I can just move on from there. Okay, voice is not clear. All right, so probably it will be fine now. Might be there is a delay or there is a distortion in your network at your side, because my network is absolutely fine. My system is saying everything is perfect here, but I'm not sure what's happening at your end. Okay, let's start with applying for the eligibility assessment. How it basically works. So basically, for to apply for the eligibility assessment, first thing first you need is to apply to have a degree from university, and then you need your transcript, your photographs, passports, and you need transcript, degrees, passport, your photographs, and your registration certificate or your license from your country. That's the first step, and then of course you have to pay around 1,290 or 1,300 something dollars to apply for the eligibility assessment. This eligibility assessment is basically, is a green signal to you to sit in the CAPS exam. So there is no relation, or there is no way you can use okay, if you can use this eligibility assessment in applying any kind of visa. So this eligibility assessment letter will help you to sit in the CAPS exam. Okay, so this is one thing you should clear, because I got a lot of questions on this. So once you apply for the eligibility assessment, usually pharmacy council, they reply you back in around 2 months. Like every 8 weeks, they will reply back to you on your status of your application. So if everything is fine, if there is nothing wrong in your application, if everything is perfect, then you will get an eligibility assessment letter saying that like you are now able to sit in the CAPS exam. So this is a first step. Okay, so you can ask me now, like when we should apply eligibility assessment. I would say that if you are seriously thinking of Australia, and if you are seriously, you have intentions to move to Australia, then apply the eligibility assessment as soon as possible. The reason is like if you apply for the eligibility assessment, then you are halfway through your journey already. The reason is, until and unless you will not spend some money, you will not be able to, you'll not be able to take that decision. You will always be confused here and there. A lot of people, like from different countries, they have different countries in mind to immigrate to. So if you are quite serious about Australia, then apply for the eligibility assessment straight away, so that you know that now you have spent the money, and now this is the way, this is the path you should follow. That's all. Okay. After you get the eligibility assessment, then of course you have to sit in the CAPS exam. CAPS exam centers are mentioned over the website, which is the pharmacycouncil.org.au website. You can just go there, look at your country, and look at the center. I think they are every country, more or less, they have got at least one center of CAPS there. Especially in the Asian countries, they have got centers in different countries now. Or else, like you can travel to different countries if you want to. But as far as I know, a lot of countries, they have got CAPS centers now, so there won't be any problem. But the only problem is the slots goes quickly. So let's say if you're applying the eligibility assessment now, it will take around 2 months to get the eligibility assessment, right? So that will take some time. And meanwhile, if the registrations are open for the exam, your slots will be gone. So this is the only thing. So that's why plan your exam wisely. Let's say if you are starting your journey from today, then of course you can't sit in the exam in July until and unless like your application is 100% perfect, until and unless you got the slot whenever you got the eligibility assessment. This is one thing, because slots are very limited, especially in Pakistan, India, and in UAE. So they goes quickly. So you have to think according to that as well. So we got start getting messages. Rashida Tahir, your previous video of tips and tricks is incomplete, so kindly add that. Of course, like I will not talk about the cap tips and tricks, and I will be very precise, because I have got recorded many videos on that, so that would be a repetition of the stuff. So I will add few things in that as well, so you can ask as many questions as you got. If you have got any confusion in those videos, just ask the question here. So I will try to answer those questions. I want to talk something new here, so I will see how I can go. And it depends on your questions as well, because I don't want to repeat again and again one thing. I want to give you a unique or different information this time. Okay, so next second is Zumar Qureshi. Voice is better now. Please speak a little slow. Okay, Amazon Tariq, sir, after passing CAPS exam, should we have to show any bank statement or funds for visa? I don't think so, no. You don't need any kind of bank statements or any kind of uh, bank statement sort of, because once you pass the CAPS exam, more or less like you will be getting an employer sponsorship. In that case, employer will be sponsoring you for the visa. So in that case, you don't need any kind of bank statement. But if you are applying for kind of a direct immigration visas, then of course in that situation you should have some sort of bank statement to show the immigration that when you come to Australia, you will be having enough funds. Okay? So That's one thing should keep in mind. Um, World Cricket, Assalamu alaikum. Zaman Qureshi again. What are the chances of eligibility rejection? So there are 0% chances. Like if you have got your all documents sorted, you have got all documents. I would say genuine. Of course, they will be verifiable. Then of course there's no chance they will reject your eligibility assessment. The only thing they always like put any kind of rejections on in the situation where your name spellings are different on your passport or in your university degree transcript and degrees. In that situation, they usually send you an email saying that like it should be same name on your documents and on your passport. So I'm just telling you this thing again. If you have a different name in your university documents and on the passport, if the name spellings, the name is different, then you have to prove them that this is you. So you can apply for the name change certificate, or you can just put the kind of your marriage certificate kind of thing. If you have changed your name after your marriage, then these are the options you could have, and this is the only could be a possibility. They send you an email saying that we need this thing sorted out before giving you eligibility assessment. Okay. Next question is. Do we need to have experience as well as pharmacists to write CAPS exam? So no, you don't need any kind of experience to write the CAPS exam. The day you got your degree, you are eligible to apply for to sit in the CAPS exam. Only experience is required when you are applying for the further visa. So when you are applying for the immigration, when you are applying for the different regional visas, at that point of time, if if the requirement of the visa is you should have experience, and of course experience will be mandatory. But more or less you will be you should be having any experience to sit in the CAPS exam. So I want to receive a coaching classes for July exam. What I do? Look, I will be if you go to I will share my like official WhatsApp number here. You can just send a message that, and my team will assist you with the classes and they will enroll you. Of course, like our first batch has been started, and it's been like we have done two classes, and it's really good. And for the July exam, we will be for the July batch. Of course, we'll be starting next batch probably in the end of May or the start of June. So I'm not sure with that. But you can just contact my team. I'll leave my official WhatsApp number in the description once we are done with the live session. Okay. Okay. Is experience necessary for filing visa after initial assessment, CAPS, and PTE? No, gentlemen. Your name is gentleman here, so no, you don't need any kind of experience in that. So how I want to receive? Okay, so sir, we should go for IELTS or PTE, which is better. Look, Sherry, if your English is not good as mine, so probably go for the PTE. But if you think your English is perfect, then go for the IELTS. So I would say that PTE is a bit easier. PTE is a bit more technical, but it's easier to get marks in. So probably go for the PTE, I would say. Okay, so IELTS is a bit tricky, especially in writing section. So I have tried IELTS many times. I couldn't get seven each. Being very honest with you, but PTE I got in a single go. So go for the PTE exam instead of wasting like 45,000 rupees on the IELTS. Go for the PTE. Which English language test is required? I think it's academic. Yeah, the requirement is an academic IELTS or academic PTE. What time we need to prepare the CAPS exam? So this is a very good question actually. So it depends on your circumstance. If you are working full time, then of course you need more time. If you are not working, you have like a full day off, then of course you need lesser time. So I would say that if you are studying around like 4 hours a day, 3 to 4 hours a day, then of course you will be able to prepare for the exam in 3 months. 3 months is the timeline when you are studying 3 to 4 hours a day without any disruption, without any kind of Facebook and stuff. 3 to 4 hours with the with the consistency is the key. So 3 to 4 hours a day, 3 months are more than enough to prepare for the CAPS exam. Next question is, what are the opportunities you see for the pharmacist in the next 5 to 6 years? So Abdullah, this is a really good question. So I was in the conference last month, and in that not in the last month actually, it was in November. So in that conference, there was a kind of a company, the director of the company, which is called Demographics. If you just Google it, it's a Tasmanian-based company. Demographics. They usually talk about the demographics. They talk about the age, job opportunities for the different professions, certain group of age in a different profession in the next 10 to 20 years, and they talk about these kind of things. So according to report from the demographics, they are saying that there will be a drastic kind of shortage of the pharmacists again in for the next 10 to 15 years. So right now, at the moment, we still need pharmacists. So I put an ad in the last 2 weeks to find. I'm looking for the intern pharmacist actually. I couldn't find any intern pharmacist in the last 2 weeks. The reason is, Australian government, they have sent the invitations from the different states to all the pharmacies. So all the pharmacists are getting the visa straight away uh, without the requirement of any sponsorship. So this is the current situation. Of course, there is ups and downs in the immigration thing. Right now, we desperately need the pharmacists. Of course, in the next 1 year or so, there will be a kind of a downfall in that, but there will be a constant need of the pharmacists for the next 15, 20 years, I would say. So we can't say that, there will be a saturation. No, not never ever. But yeah, so there's always a need of an intern pharmacist anyway. So a lot of different and the mega retail stores here, they always look for the intern pharmacists. So because the problem is the local pharmacists, they don't want to live in the rural area. They don't want to live in the regional area. So the only option left is to go with the overseas pharmacists. And you guys are the ones, you will be happy to live in the regional areas far away from the cities. So that's why there's always be a need. And second thing, I always say, if we talk about the saturation in Australia as a pharmacist, so my counter question is there is no saturation in UAE? Is there any no saturation in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, or Philippines? No, there is a saturation, but are you jobless there? Haven't you got any job after finishing your degree? So the answer is no. You got the job there, right? So in that saturated environment, you got the job, which means Australia is a heaven for the pharmacist. Don't think like that way. So if you have a potential, if you are hardworking, if you know how to prove yourself, of course, there will be opportunities for everyone, everywhere. So it doesn't matter. Rashida, are you taking classes for the July intake test? Yes, we have started our batch already, and thankfully, our batch got filled within a week time. So probably a lot of you guys they have contacted us to enroll in that batch, but unfortunately, I don't want to, enroll many students just for personal gains. I want to keep the batch very very concise, like 10 people in a batch, so that I can concentrate each and every on each and every student, so that I can just give the quality rather than the quantity. So no personal gains. It's just about helping you guys to just prepare for the CAS exam. Okay? Now there's a question here: do you charge for your services? Of course. I do charge, and of course, everyone, like once you when you become when you become the overseas pharmacist, when you charge when you become a pharmacist? Of course, you will charge. So, of course, I charge, but before that, like before starting batch, I was only giving sessions one on one. But for the people, for the people like which is this that kind of getting one-on-one sessions are very expensive. So I thought, why not putting 10 students in one batch and make the fee a bit lower. And now the fee is very very low if you compare it that to the one-on-one session. So that way, 10 people in one class, they can get benefit, and they will be able to crack the exam more easily, and without spending too much money that they have to spend in one-on-one sessions. Of course, when you are giving your time and when you are giving your services and experiences, of course, it's your right to get a benefit. Okay, so gentleman said, sir, I have a 3 year gap after Masters of Pharmaceutics. Will this gap cause hurdle for visa after initial assessment, gaps, and PTE? No. Look, as long as you can justify your career gap, so that's fine. So in Australia, after the high school, a lot of Australians they take a 1 year gap or 1 year gap, 2 years gap, just think they need time to think about their professional career. So they take that break. So as long as you can justify that gap, there won't be any problem. Okay, so such so coaching classes fees it's different actually. So if you belong to Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, then if you want to attend the batch sessions, the fee is different. So that fee is around only like around $220 or something. But if you are not living in those areas, you're living out of those areas, then of course the fee is different. And I only offered one sessions, and my team offered only one sessions with the people we are in. Because with the bad sessions, we have to be very much strict with the timing and everything. So that's all about the session. So there is a question on the Facebook as well, and they are asking what are the materials they should use and from where they can get that material to pass the exam. Okay, this is a really very good question, and I've got a lot of questions on asking about the caps material. Of course, we sell the caps material as well, but a lot of people they ask about if we can get that material from multiple different sources for free, why should we buy someone's material? Very valid question and legit. This is absolutely fair to ask this kind of question, but I will answer you this question in a different way. Look, if you go to the library, right? So in the library, if you go and if you go to the pharmacy section in the library, and if you are looking for a book for pharmacology, right? So there will be 10 different books available for the pharmacology. There will be 10 different books available for the pharmaceutics. There will be 10 different books available for the therapeutics. Would you be able to read all those books? Those are for free there, right? So you can just go there, pay the membership fee, and you can just have access to all those books. But you are not in the university. This is you should keep in mind. You are preparing for the CAPS exam. You should understand the flavor of the exam. You should understand the type of question they ask in the exam. You should understand that you have to split number books. I've got a lot of people saying that we failed the exam. We have read from the AMH, we read from the Lippincott, we read from the quiz, and we read from the Kersing and all those kind of books, and they end up failing the exam. It's not about the books. It's not about the quantity of the book. It's about the right books. It's about the right material. It's about the right notes to study from. This is important. This will save your time, your energy, and it will give you a path to follow actually. So as far as our material is concerned, so basically we have got I don't charge. We have a CPR in our material as well, and I don't charge for the CPR of course. I only charge for the other material which we have compiled, which we have written, and I'm in the process of writing the book as well. We have written like 6 7 chapters already, and thanks to my team members who are helping me in that. So we have written those chapters already. So we are in the process of writing the book. By the end of July or August, we will be able to publish that book, and hopefully by the end of July or August, that's the timeline which is I have in my mind, but it's in the process already. So the material which we have summarized and which we have written is accurate, is based on the experiences from our candidates who have given the exams. I take the feedback from the candidates and the questions they got in the exam. We put the topics in relation to those questions in our material. We increase or decrease the number of chapters from the CPR. What chapters we need to cover, what topics we need to add, what topics we need to remove. After every exam, we sort of change our kind of a material. But all of those material, 1 or 2 files, because lot of people they got material from us, right? So they can share the material with their friends, with their with their colleagues, with their classmates. So we can't have a hold of that. If you say you got you give us this material, and this material is available from somewhere else. So of course, if someone is sharing that material with someone, this is like, his state, what he's doing. But the thing is, as long as you have the best combination of the files, you have the best combination of the notes, if you have the best combination of the books, which will give you a right path to prepare for the exam, that's all you need. That's all we charge for actually. So if you got the right material, which is relevant, which is specific, which is to the point, that will save your time, your energy, and that will help you to crack the exam super easily. Don't read the multiple different books. Don't need to read a lot of study materials. No, you should be very concise in that, and you should think critically while preparing for the exam if you are preparing yourself. I will not say that everyone needs coaching. I would never ever say like that. But some people, they do. They need some guidance. They need some check on them so that they can prepare for the exam. Like I would say that 80% of people, they don't take any coaching but they pass the exam. But my question is, out of those 80%, how many were doing a full-time job? How many were have kind of a other commitment as well? If you have got your commitment, if you don't have enough time to read the whole chapter, and then at the end you have to sort it out what is relevant and what is not. If you want to make it very smart and concise and easy to go, then of course you can just take the material and then you just go from there. Bushra Chaudhary, there is too much distortion in the voice. Look, as because I think we are live, there will be a time lag, and because of time lag or kind of weak signals, there could be a distortion. Because at my side, everything is going perfect, and because I am looking at myself in my phone, so everything is perfect there. Perfect there. Okay, how can I join your classes? Gentleman saying. Okay, so as I said, I will put my WhatsApp number in the description section at the end of the session. You can just message at that WhatsApp, and my team will contact you, and they will give you, information regarding that. Next question is Shehzada Shira. Sir, kindly give us contact number or email to attend coaching class. Of course, as I said, I will put that number in the description section. Or I think I should put the number in the chat group here. Let me look at my number. Okay, so it's 61421435037. Just WhatsApp at this number, and this is the official point of contact to talk to my team, and they will guide you regarding the sessions and everything. Okay, so from there, okay, do you think coming to Australia for masters is a good option? Tell something about masters of public health. Is it related to pharmacists or can give any benefit? Look, if you are coming in Australia on the masters of public health, then still you need to pass the CAPS exam. But my question is different here. My question is, are you really into doing masters, or you are just doing masters that you want to come to Australia? These are two separate things. Few people, they want to do masters because they want to gain a higher degree. They want to study. That's fine. If you have those intentions, that's fine. Come on any degree, whichever you like. But if your intention is just to come to Australia and immigrate here, then of course this is not a wise option to go with, because the average university fee for the masters in public health is around, I would say, 60,000, $50,000, right, for 2 years. So $50,000 means, like, it's a hefty money, right? So why you are spending $50,000 on the masters, which will not be any benefit for you in applying for the PR, which is not any helpful to apply for the PR in getting the PR. Okay, so the wise option for the overseas pharmacy right now is to pass the CAPS exam. Spend like 10% of that money, even lesser than that. Spend that money. Spend that money on applying the eligibility assessment and CAPS exam. So eligibility assessment is 1,300 Australian dollars. CAPS exam is 2,300 Australian dollars, and your PTE is like around $40,400, something like that. So this will cost you around, I would say, maximum. will cost you around 10,000 Australian dollars, which is way lesser than the money you're going to spend on the master's degree, which is of no use in getting the PR, right? So why to spend that much money? Instead of that, wait in your country, prepare for the exam, and write the CAPS exam. This is the best option to go with. Okay. Uh, okay. Next question is, what are the chances of getting jobs after passing the CAPS exam? Very good question. Look, after passing the exam, of course, there are very bright chances of getting the jobs. As I said earlier, I am looking for an intern pharmacist for my company, and I'm not able to find a single intern in the last 2 weeks. We are desperately looking for the intern pharmacist. This is a situation of right now, right? I'm not sure what will happen in next 1 or 2 years. I can just assume, I can just have a, I can just give you information based on the stats here, but I can't be 100% sure what's going to happen. But as for now, we need intern pharmacy. Why will not you get the intern pharmacy position after passing the CAT exam? If you have a like a reasonable CV, you will be able to find the position. Of course, how much money we require to come to Australia even after the exam? Look, yes, after passing the CAPS exam, there are two pathways. Number one is you can uh, apply for the job straight away. You can send your CVs to the main employer straight away, and you can just secure the position. And of course, if the employer is happy to pay for your ticket, is happy to pay for your visa fee, that's completely fine. And I have seen many employers here. They will pay you for your ticket. They will pay for your visa. They will pay for your insurance. They will pay for your even initial 2 to 3 months accommodation. Okay, I have seen. But on the other hand, I have seen like if you can't find the position straight away, because a lot of different companies, they prefer the recruiters to help them to get the candidate. And of course, now there is a recruiter is a third party between you and the employer, and the recruiter will charge you their fee. So a lot of recruiters are here. Like I have my own recruitment company, and I have a partner in that, and we are right now we are struggling to find the intern pharmacists. Right now, we need like around 10 to 20 intern pharmacists for the different states. Okay, for the different states in within Australia. So whenever there is a recruiter between you and the company, then there is a fee for the recruiter. Right now, the recruiters are charging between 2,500 Australian dollars to 5,000, 6,000 Australian dollars. So it depends. So this is the cost you should keep in mind, just in case if you are not able to secure the position directly from the owner. Okay, so this is a recruitment fee, which is like around 2,500 Australian dollars to 6,000 Australian dollars. 6,000 Australian dollars. But of course, you will find a position, and once you come to Australia, you can just make this money like within a month or 2 months time. Of course, I would say not in a month. 2 months. So 2 months time is more than enough to secure to save to make this money. There won't be any problem in that. I want to come after my degree with no experience after passing CAPS and PTE. My point would be around 65. Is Australia secure of? Yes, of course. Like recently, Western Australia, they send the invitations to the people with only 55 points. So, sorry, only 60 points actually. So I think you are, yeah. So if you are lucky, and when you are applying for the immigration, or when you are applying for the invitation, like if you are lucky, of course, like you'll be able to get that invitation straight away. But as I said, this depends on the circumstances. This depends on the current situation. So everything could be different in next hour. We never know. Sir, currently I'm in UK and thinking for Australia, but confused between UK and Australia as Australia receives a full till 2024 kind of guide. Okay, Faria, I just had one consultation with me today in the evening, and that guy was in the UK as well, and he is thinking of giving the CAS exam. And when I asked him a reason, he said the same reason. He said like seats are full, but also he said like OSPAP is too expensive, around like £18,000, and you have to go to the student visa again. That means you are restricted to work for 20 hours again. So, of course, Australia is an option here. But as I said, if you talk about the immigration policies between Australia and the UK, if you compare the immigration policies, I would say that the immigration policies for the in UK for the pharmacists are a bit easier than in Australia. Australian immigration policies are a bit on a hard line for all the professions. But on the other hand, as far as I know, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, as far as my experience, because I met a lot of UK pharmacists, when I was in Pakistan, so I met them there. I talked like one of the guy who's already living there. So their immigration policies for the pharmacists are a bit lenient. So it's up to you actually what you want to do, where you want to live. But as I said, if you want to move to Australia, then the only option is to follow the process that I have just mentioned. Okay, next question I got. What is the guarantee that we will pass the CAPS exam? This is a really good question, and thanks for asking this question. Look, my counter question is when you go to the university and when you take admission in the school and when you go to the college or when you go to the university, my question is the principal or the teacher or the management of the university, what they give you a guarantee that they will not fail you in the exam? Like, this is the question I'm asking to you, right? So if you are going for the CAT exam, how can I how can someone give you a guarantee that you will definitely pass the CAT exam? I can motivate you, I can give you a hope, I can guide you, I can tell you the right path, how you can pass the exam. But of course, this is all on you, this is all your hard work, this is all your input, which you can just put in that path so that you can pass the exam, right? So I'm asking the same question again. When you go to the uni, like, do you think that university will give you a guarantee? Like, if you come to our university, you are paying like around like $6,000 a semester to us, and we will not fail you. Nobody does that, right? So university's job is to give you a right education, give you a guideline, and give you kind of a bit of information regarding the subject. The main job is yours. If you are not following the instruction from the university teacher, if you are not following the instruction of the uni guideline, the uni syllabus, then of course you will not be able to pass the CAPS exam. But if you follow everything, if you follow the instructions, if you read the right material, if you do the things rightly, why will you fail the exam, and why people want you to fail the exam? Okay? This is something very clear. I got this question from my from the people like who take my course. They ask me like, if we are paying you, if we are paying you money, and if we are taking your course, what is the success rate? Okay, I can tell you my success rate, which is around 85 to 90%. But never ever I have give someone a guarantee that if you take my course and if you take my material, you will pass the exam. This is not possible. And if someone is giving you those guarantees, uh, I don't think he's right. Okay, the only guarantee I can give is that the guidelines which I'm giving you are 100% correct. The pathway I'm telling you that path is 100% correct. If you follow that path, if you follow those instructions, no way you fail the exam. But your job is to walk on that path. Your job is to follow that path. So your job comes in implementing those guidelines in your particular time so that you can crack the exam. Okay. So I will never ever give someone a guarantee that if you follow my instructions, if you follow my material, you will definitely pass the exam. Okay, so this is not, you can't say like that. Teacher can't say to the student like you will definitely pass exam. Come to my home and I'll give you tuition. This is not what it is, right? So this is something different. I have to be very much honest. If I have passed the CAPS exam, of course, every one of you can pass exam. I was not as bright student as many students was in my uni, but I can see that like if you follow the right path, if you do the things rightly, of course, there's no chance you fail the exam. And if you fail the exam, the only problem is money. You have to pay the money for the exam again. Okay, so but if you fail the exam, so there is a second chance you can just appear it again. And if you are thinking of something big, okay, so there is a profit and loss thing. This is an investment. This is an investment on your career. So investment can give you profit, can give you loss. If you give you loss, you can just invest again. So this is what it is. This is what life is. No one can give you guarantee. No one can give you a past result sitting on your couch. Okay, so this is life, and you should be very much practical in that. Sir, okay, sir, what's the average time it takes starting from skill assessment to landing in Australia? Look, it will take around one year minimum. If you are applying the eligibility assessment today, everything goes on time, if everything is perfect in your scenario, then it will take at least 1 year. Hi, sir. I'm working as a pharmacist in my own store 2006 2017. Does this experience get counted while immigration? Of course, why not? If you're working in a retail pharmacy, of course that will count. Count in your experience count, so you can claim your point. If you have got more than 3 years of experience working in overseas, then of course you can claim five points on that. So yeah, you can claim those points. Sir, if I start study for registration, will it possible to catch exam in July? Look, as I said, it depends on you. You will get the eligibility assessment letter in 2 months, but registrations for the July exam are opening on 23rd of the March. Okay, they're opening on the 23rd of the March. I'm not sure where you are at the moment. If the slots are available, then of course you can book the slot at that time. But if not, I have seen that in my personal experience, the slots goes in within an hour or so. So it depends, so next question is, sir, I'm from UBAS. I must say you are doing great job, and we can light in this confused state to which students are passing these days. Thank you so much for being. Thank you very much, Abdul Haq. Thank you for your kind words. Shafiq Mayo, if I pass the exam, how much time to get sponsor employment visa? So it will take on for me. It took me only 1 month. I have seen people got the everything sorted out regarding the job and sponsorship in 2 weeks' time as well. But I have seen people after passing the CAT exam, they have waited for 2 years to secure the job. So there are, like a 50-50 of that thing. And also, like, in your country, after passing your degree and after, getting your degree and all that, few of your candidates, few of your classmates got the jobs in a week time, in 2 weeks time, right? But few of you guys like will not be able to secure the position even in like 6 months or 1 year time, right? This is everything. Everyone is different, so someone can't give you a guarantee that you will get. Can't give you a timeline that you will get the secure the position in a month or 2 months or 3 months. It depends on you actually. Depends on you how aggressively you are approaching the employer, how aggressively you are approaching the recruiter, how aggressively you are applying for the position. So it's all on you actually, and also on luck to be honest. So if you pass the CAPS exam, there is chances of rejection in oral and written exam. Look, I have failed my oral exam. I don't shy. First of all, when you fail, like in life, whenever you fail, accept it, accept your failure, like you have failed. I have failed my oral exam, so but have learned a lot from the oral exam, and that failure will help me to help other people don't do those mistakes, to be honest. Sorry. So I would say that if you fail, you can just reappear in the exam. So this is not like if you fail in the oral and written exam, they will send you back in your country. No, this is not it works, right? So if you fail the oral or written exam, you can just reappear in the exam in just like for 2 or 3 months. Okay. So yeah, so don't think about those kind of failures. So it happens. Sometimes you pass, sometimes you fail. When you fail, you just reappear. That's all. Okay. What should we do after passing the CAS exam? World cricket, I have just mentioned that like in the previous section of the videos, you can just when I end the live session, you can just watch that one. After the CAPS exam, as I said, you should apply for the jobs. There are different ways of applying to jobs. You can just apply through LinkedIn, apply through websites, email them, contact them, send your CV, make your CV, trim your CV, and apply the jobs, and hopefully you will be able to secure the positions sooner. So my points are 55 without experience. I'm done with skill assessment after passing CAMS exam. Is it possible to get PR? Look, I am not an immigration lawyer, to be honest. So I'm not the one who can guide you on these nitty-gritties about the PR and the point system. But what I can tell you is, I have seen people getting the immigration on 55 points recently. So this is the question you should ask from the lawyer. I think he is the best person to talk to regarding this, because I don't want to give you a wrong information or miss. I don't want to mislead you on that on the immigration thing. Okay, next is the Chaudhary. What if someone passed one out of two gas paper and failed the other one? Will he take the whole exam again or only failed part? Yes. Uh, let's say you know that CAPS exam consists of two papers, paper one and paper two. Okay. If in paper one there are two subjects, and in paper two there are two subjects. Okay. So if you want to pass paper one, okay, you should pass in both of those two subjects. Okay. If you pass both of those two subjects, you will pass the paper one. But let's say in paper two, if you fail the one subject in paper two but failed the other one, if you pass the one and fail the other one, you will fail the paper two as a whole. So again, you have to appear only in paper two, not the paper one. You have passed paper one already. Passing the paper one and paper two requires you to pass in all of four subjects. If you fail even one subject in that particular paper, you will fail the whole paper. Okay, so if you want to pass paper one, you should have passed both the subjects in paper one. If you want to pass paper two, you should pass both the subjects in paper two. That's the only way you can pass the whole paper. Let's say you fail paper one. Okay, you fail paper one, but you pass paper two. In the next exam, you are only going to appear in paper one, not the paper two. But the fee would be same. The fee would be same for every single time. You have to pay around 2,200 or $2,300, whatever it is. So the fee would be same, but you have to appear only in that paper which you have failed last time. So what's the last passing ratio of the CAPS exam? Look, in the last exam, a lot of people failed in the exam. I would be very honest, and the reason is very very uh, shocking for me actually. Majority of the people they got failed in pharmaceutics portion in the exam. So if you have read about the CAPS exam, about the papers, about the subject, you will realize that therapeutics is the most difficult part in the exam. Majority of the people they got passed in all the papers except pharmaceutics portion, which is the I would say which is the easiest, one of the easiest portion in the exam. Straightforward, preservatives, ointments, dosage forms, basic pharmacokinetics, basic all of those kind of things. And there's only always about like 10 to 15 to 20 questions in the exam come from the pharmaceutical part. But still, they failed the exam, and we have worked on that. Why they have failed the exam? They have because last time they have added so many questions from the clinical pharmacokinetics portion actually. They've got very complicated calculations from the biopharmaceutics portion. So that is the why. That is why, and also they have added few more subjects in that one, which is kind of acid-based kind of reaction. Basic school chemistry actually. They have added these kind of new topics in the exam. I would say biopharmaceutics was already there, but they have added few more topics in the exam and few new questions in the exam, which makes the exam a bit difficult. But this is very unfortunate that the pharmaceutical only about 10% of weightage in the whole exam, but uh, the candidates were not able to secure that that subject in the field exam. But overall, if you see, like out of 10 people, I see that 7 people pass the exam, three people they fail the exam. This is not like they failed both the papers; they failed only one paper, right? So this is a ratio. Out of 10, 7 people pass the exam straight away, no issues at all. 3 people, they fail. Could, reason could be any. Might be they got nervous during the exam, there is a possibility they haven't studied the right thing, or they haven't studied at all. So it could be anything. That's why me myself, we always offer free online sessions to the people who failed the exam. So even like if you haven't got any services from us, even you haven't buy any material from us, even you haven't got coaching from us, still if you fail the exam, just send us the message like I need a free uh, consultation session, and I will try to sort it out why you have failed the exam. Because if you are going to reappear in the exam, you should know that what you did wrong last time. And that is very important to talk to someone, talk to anyone, not me. You can talk to anyone who have experience in the CAPS thing, so they can just guide you on that, what you should do different this time. But most of the people, they don't want to do things differently next time. They just go straight away, rebook the exam, sit in the exam, thinking that they will pass, but they fail again. So be very much, be very feel free to contact me for the free consultation session for the people who failed the exam. So God forbid if you fail, contact me. I'll be there. Next question is, what's the last? Okay, how many years recalls do you suggest to study, sir? Look, there is not a particular set of recalls saying that it's from the last 15 years, 20 years. As long as you have got a good quality recalls, as long as you have got a good piece of information and updated recalls, that's completely fine. I would say that from the last 10 years would be enough. But most importantly, recalls should have a content from the last 2 to 3 years as well, because they have changed a lot of things in the last 2 to 3 years in the CAP syllabus. So the last 2 to 3 years content should be there. Okay, that's more important. Next question is from the Facebook. Let me check. Okay. Question is, how can I immigrate to Australia as an industrial pharmacist? Look, I haven't got any expertise in the industrial pharmacy. I don't have any contacts here with the industrial pharmacist, of course. But for the industrial pharmacy, the pathway is a bit different. You should have to go to the Vidases, get your skills assessment done as an industrial pharmacist, and then you can apply for the immigration afterwards. But to be honest, I'm not the person you should talk about to immigrate to Australia as an industrial pharmacist. So what is the main barrier after passing the CAPS exam? The main barrier after passing the CAPS exam is to find the job. That's the main barrier. I wouldn't say that it's a barrier, but it's a big kind of a big job actually, I would say. So you have to find the job. So finding a job even in your country is not easy. Securing a job is an art. Applying a job is kind of a full time job as well. So if you are approaching, as I said, if you are applying the jobs correctly, of course you will be able to secure the position in no time. I told you that like many people, personally myself, I got the job in within a month. I have seen people they are not able to secure the position even in like 2 years. Reason could be any, could be COVID, could be they were not applying correctly, could be they are trying to be smart somewhere. Because I have seen people when they apply for the jobs, their intentions are different. When they got the job offer, they change their mind. Oh, I don't want to live in regional area. I only want to live in Sydney or Melbourne or in in Adelaide. I don't want to live in any kind of regional area. So they change their mind after that. So I have seen this probably. Uh, I'm not sure. What is KOP test? KOP test is different. It's not CAPS. CAPS is for the people who has got their bachelors from the specific number of countries are in those lists, like Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Philippines, and all those kind of Asian and Arab countries. They have to give the CAPS exam. CAP test is applicable to the people who got their pharmacy degree from Canada, America, or I think UK as well. Okay, so that's a bit different from it. So please list what are the changes in syllabus. I am preparing for the March. I have bought course material. Okay, look, the changes not very big changes, but like change when I would tell you, okay, they have added the clinical pharmacokinetic portion in the exam. They have added that one. They have added questions in the exam from this part. Uh, and they have also asked a lot of questions regarding the pharmaceutical formulations. They have asked about pharmaceutical formulations, like they ask a lot of questions from the way we formulate the capsule, the way we formulate the tablets, the constituents in the tablets. What are the charge in that? Are they anionic? Are they cationic? Non-anionic? Usually, this is the stuff we normally cover this from the recalls, but last time they have added a new question regarding these information. So I think I have updated that thing as well, so I can send out to you this file. Just send me on my Facebook page, and then I'll be there for you. There's no issue at all. And the question is how you can make your CV uh, effective, or how to maintain your CV. Look, in the CV, I would say that like you should add good experience, hands-on experience as a retail pharmacist. You should, put that experience there. And you should learn the basic pharmacy practice guidelines of Australia. That's very critical. Uh, Use those things in your CV. Try to do some certifications. Try to do certifications. I think I have recorded a video today. I'm going to upload that video in 1 day or 2 days, in which I have talked about the overseas pharmacist course, which has been developed by me with the collaboration of the Pharmacy Guild of Australia. That course is the course which basically you can add in your CV, and that will help you to get the job super easily. That course basically helps you to enhance your clinical skills, enhance your basic pharmacy guidelines in Australia. It will help you to get to know all of these things before you start your job, even before you applying jobs as well. That course is it will be beneficial. So just you can just Google it and read the PBS website, read the APLA guidelines, read the Australian Pharmacy Council, listen to people, talk to them. That's the only way. And also follow the people on the LinkedIn, which are the pharmacists in Australia. Read the articles. There is a journal, Australian Journal of Pharmacy. Read the articles there. Get to know the things, what's been happening here, and try to add all of those things in your CV in a proper way, uh, which will give an idea to the employer that you are in touch with the system. We will not be we will not be wasting our time and energy on you training for 6 months, right? So all these things will help you to put a huge impact on your CV. Thank you so much, Kahani, said by Shafiq and Shahid Zafar. Jazakallah. Okay. I've got three more questions, and then I will wrap it up. The question coming on the Facebook is the question is then we should start our preparation if we are going to give exam in July. So I would say that like you should start your preparation now. So starting exam in November. Okay. Look, so in November we have got like 8 months, 9 months now. I would say that you should start your preparation now. Every day counts. Every minute counts. Start your preparation now, slowly but surely. But you need 3 months for just to read the material, just to read for once. Okay, and then you should need have a at least 15 to 20 days to polish your revision. So every exam, needs a proper revision if you want to be very much confident in what you have read. Just reading once, just reading the material for once is not enough. You should have at least 15-20 days to polish your study, to revise, to summarize, to clarify all the stuff which you have studied. Okay, so if you're targeting November, I would say that you should start your preparation now. Slowly read the material, but aggressively, you should start in July or June at the latest. Start in that time, and then you will be all good to go. Sit in the November day. Sir, can the final year pharmacy students also read that course who are planning to come to Australia in the future? Look, why not? Like, if you're interested in that course, so I'm going to give you a link for that course in my upcoming video. Also, there will be a 10% discount if you put a discount code. in that link as well. So this discount code is Asad 012023. So I'm gonna discuss in detail about these things in my upcoming videos. Just stay tuned. Uh, Sir, after passing the caps, only we can work in retail sector, but can also in the hospital outpatient. So look, as an overseas pharmacist, this is very hard to get into the hospital pharmacy straight away after your caps exam. So the only route is to get into the hospital is through the retail pharmacy. To pass the CAPS exam, do your internship in the retail pharmacy, and then you can go to the hospital pharmacy. Passing the CAPS exam and going directly into the hospital pharmacy is very, very rare and is next to impossible. I would say that. So this is very hard actually. So pass the CAPS exam, finish your internship in the retail pharmacy, and then you can switch your job to the hospital pharmacy later on. Okay. All right. Last question, and then we will wrap it up for today. And the question we'll take from the. Okay. Sir, what is different in your material, uh, than other? Look, I think I have discussed this earlier that if you go to the library, there are plenty of books available there. You can just grab any book and study, right? This is not about gathering the material. You will get the material if you talk to your friends, if you talk to someone in Australia, they will send you all the material, right? There will be a huge influx of the material, huge influx of the content you should read. But all of those material will not be able to, pass the CAPS exam because, as I said, you have to be very much specific. You have to be very much relevant while preparing for the CAPS exam. So our material is very much concise. It's very much designed like that, which will help you to cover all the aspects of the exam. If you find it later, like we got we got this book from here and there, that's completely fine. People share stuff here and there. We can't stop them, but you need a complete bundle. You need a complete package of the content which you should read through and which make you give you confidence that you will be able to pass exam. That makes our content a bit different. And also, as I said earlier, like we are in the process of writing the book. We have written 7 chapters and 14 chapters left in that book. So probably it will take 2 or 3 more months, and then it will be full process of the proofreading and revisions. Then of course it will be able to publish, and then I think we are planning to finish everything by the end of July or August. But let's see how it goes. Okay, I think that's all for today. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining me on this YouTube session. So probably, yeah, I'm thinking of for doing this session like every once a month, so that like if you've got any question, you can ask. I'm going to give you my WhatsApp number again in the chat list. You can just contact my team members on that. And if you want to talk to me, then of course I'll be there for you as well. Ask as many questions as you can. The more you ask, the more you get closer to your goals. Don't shy in that because we are here to help you out. We are here to help you because right now, I have seen a lot of people that are helping the overseas pharmacists, which is really, really good. Everyone should come forward and help our fellow people in their countries which are really in a desperate need, to they need guidance, they need help, to come to Australia and make their career and excel in their career here. So we are here. Ask as many questions as you can, and I think you will be all good to go. Thank you very much, each and every one of you. Thanks for your time and thanks for your good questions, actually. And we'll see you next month sometime, and I'll update you regarding the next live session. Thank you very much, and good luck with your CAPS journey. Thank you.